Well, we've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins.
That's it, baby. We're going to work. Set. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Okay, you can't block me. You can't block me. He's trying to go.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you. 22,
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. K.D. Cannon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Get ready.
At their own 22-yard line.
Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Sunday. We got 25 to Mike. Check tight. And 25.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Shakes off the sack, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now Wentz on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Mike 50.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Go.
Hey, watch that. Check. Mike 54.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. Haskins now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now Haskins on first down. Wide open receiver, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Geis. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Geis, they'll try to run it. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
On 2nd and goal, Haskins feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
They run with Geis. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The kick by Gold is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Lefty. 5'9".
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. He's going to loft one deep. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Now, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Haskins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Wood. 20. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 70 yards.
Switch. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Eagles' 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Nice, sweet, echo. 52's the mic, boy, 52. Who that? Check 50. Check 50.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Able to find his running back, Geis. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Gold with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Kill! You got tight. You got tight right there. Right there. 54, right there. 54 Mike. It's a party now. Ball try. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's Sanders. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. Man, it's caught inside the 10. Yeah, he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Target.
On the ground, Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half.
31, Eagles nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make? And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Haskins. Going to throw right side here, complete. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it. Geis. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. Darius Geis denied. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Rock it.
Now it's the backup Lauletta. Caught by the tight end Ertz. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Hey, Delta. I'm going to run you over. Check.
Now Lauletta on 1st down. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Out of the gun, Lauletta. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Army.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. To throw on 2nd and 6. Lauletta. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
One thing you're hoping for. When you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Lauletta. They are going for it. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Redskins' 44-yard line.
Topper!
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Hey, 25 to the mic.
Go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lauletta, and this is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. From the gun, here's Lauletta. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Easy work. It's easy work. It's coming again.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check 9, check 9.
Geis. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
2nd down, Haskins. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
3rd down, here's Geis. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
22. Kill.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
Is a turnover on the
Let him know.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Well, let him now to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. at the 35. Pass and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The Eagles on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Lauletta. Aguilar has it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. On first down, Lauletta. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Ertz over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the... So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A quick throw there out to Jeffrey. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
91. Two-jet bomber.
4 yards on the pickup.
Check the backer.
2nd and 6.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Lauletta completes it to Aguilar. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
18 Gator. General West.
To the air yet again. Lauletta forced out to his... And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. This is taken at the 3. And some room to maneuver. And now look at him go. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Gold to add the extra point. Whoa! He just just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Lauletta to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point good by Hopkins as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.